I love this studio. I've been coming here in the summers. It was Kenneth Nolan's. It's funny, I was influenced by his work in college. Then years later, I met him and I got to know him, and now here I am, by some odd quirk of fate, long after he's gone, working in his studio. Life is so strange. Anyway, here I am, surrounded by all this beauty. Sometimes I feel like I'm in a Disney movie. Until recently, my work has been primarily pure abstraction, really just about the paint, the color, the composition. But this painting, Perrin Creek, is a good example of my abstracting directly from nature. Through my lens, the line between abstraction and realism is always blurred. I come from a realist background, but I've been an abstract painter for decades, really deeply involved with many types of abstraction. Then recently I was ready for a significant change in my work. You know, you get that gut feeling that something's simmering, but you don't quite know what form it may take. I'd taken a studio overlooking Otter Pond and Sag Harbor, and I was experimenting with a few different directions. Nothing was really grabbing me. I'd gazed out the window, mesmerized by the red-winged blackbirds, swooping and diving in and out of the reeds. Suddenly I realized that's what was grabbing me, and I was off and running. So I'm back to a sort of realism. But if you look at the backgrounds, there's that abstraction again. I'm really having fun with the juxtaposition of the two. I ran across a beautifully visual poem called 13 Ways of Looking at a Blackbird by the modernist poet Wallace Stevens, and the whole thing really gelled. I thought I'd paint 13 paintings of red-winged blackbirds and exercise the writer in me with my own poem called 13 Ways of Looking at a Red-Winged Blackbird as a sort of accompaniment to the paintings. So that's what I'm doing. Here's a stanza of mine. Along the marsh, the swath of grasses swayed as one, undulating like a caterpillar. Red wings rode the waves. How about some scary red? That's a little distracting there. I wanted to keep that shape. No, lighter. Gotta get that shape back. Can't let that pull you off the edge. That works. There goes the bird. It's in the doing of it. If I knew the solutions to the challenges I set up for myself, I wouldn't need to bother painting. The paintings tell me what they need. Eventually, I can spend a lot of time waiting for them to speak up so I can hear them. I work with acrylics in a very wet way, and I work horizontally so the paint pools and dries in unpredictable ways, much the way watercolor painters work. I have a certain amount of control, but I let the paint take on a life of its own, and it does. I really never know what I've gotten until it dries. So here are my red-winged blackbirds. Well, at least some of them. They're a work in progress. So am I.